We all know that one guy that just ruins your hopes and dreams the second he walks up to the plate. That one guy, for whatever reason, always goes above and beyond to ensure you, yes, you, have a horrible rest of your evening. Names like David Ortiz and Manny Ramirez still give Yankee fans nightmares, while people like Sean Murphy are still terrorizing Mets fans to this day. But what about a team that gets beat up by relatively everybody in the Pittsburgh Pirates? Who gets the best of them? If you filter it down to players who have had a significant amount of at-bats, you see a pretty ironic one in Barry Bonds, who spent the first portion of his career in Pittsburgh. In his revenge games against Pittsburgh, Bonds had a .319 average, .485 on base, .641 slugging, giving him a 1,127 OPS, with 22 home runs and 59 RBIs, and just 304 at-bats. But it's Barry Bonds. He was going that against pretty much everyone. Let's look at somebody who really steps up when they face the Pirates compared to their career numbers. When you look down the list, you see the usual suspects. Albert Pujols, Chris Bryant during his prime, Willie Mays, Mike Piazza. Wait, who is this? Ian Happ? I'm not calling Ian Happ a bad player by any means. He's a solid switch-hitting bat, especially if you look back to 2019 and 2020, where he was an 850 OPS plus type of guy and even got a few MVP votes. But when Happ versus the Pirates, he starts churning out Aaron Judge type numbers. No, seriously, Aaron Judge has a 981 OPS, and Happ versus the Pirates has a 985 OPS, which is casually over 200 points above his career average. Like, what the heck? Happ's reign of terror began on June 16, 2017. This screenshot will forever haunt me. In the first inning of his career against the Pirates, he looped a single down the left field line, which he later came in to score on. Then much later in the game, he ripped a double down the line to finish his day 2 for 5. He followed it up the next day going 1 for 4 with another double, and finished off the series against his future soft toss partners with a 1 for 3 day with a home run and a walk. He finished the series 4 for 12 with 2 doubles and a home run. As for his rookie campaign, he finished with a .318 average, .375 on base, and a .636 slugging, giving him a 1,011 OPS with 3 home runs and 5 doubles against the Pirates. Mind you, Happ was an .842 OPS type hitter that season. In 2018, the Pirates admittedly did make Happ look human, with the low point of his season coming on August 19th, where he finished the game with not 1, not 2, but 3 strikeouts, and even more importantly, did not reach base once. This would be the last time Happ did not reach base when starting a game versus the Pirates. Yes, that random game back in August of 2018 was the last time we have seen Happ not get on base versus the Pirates. He finished that year with a .234 average with a .379 on base with a .404 slugging, giving him a .784 OPS with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs, which were pretty on line for his season stats back in 2018. 2019 from a pure stats perspective was the best we have seen from Ian Happ, mind you, in a shortened sample. And a return to form against the Pirates helped that. He extended his streak of starts where he reached base successfully to 6. Some of his most notable performances included August 17th, where he barely saved his streak at the top of the 8th and also made this game-saving catch. He also had a big day on September 25th with a 2 for 3 day, including a ribby single and a game-tying home run in the 7th inning. Happ finished his 2019 campaign hitting .333 with a .364 on base and a .667 slugging, giving him a 1,030 OPS with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs against the Pittsburgh Pirates. 2020 once again shortened Happ's season, and he made the most of it, garnering some MVP votes. Extending his infamous streak to 14 games versus the Pirates certainly helped him gain some of that merit. His 2 most notable performances came on August 1st, where Happ went 2 for 4 with a home run, and the second one coming a month later where he went 3 for 6 with a home run, a go-ahead single in the top of the 11th, as well as this beautiful grab. He finished the year with a .343 average with a .395 on base and a .600 slugging, giving him a .995 OPS with 2 home runs. But all of this was a relatively small sample. How would this pan out over the course of a full year? While his performance against pretty much every other team in the league took a significant hit, Happ kept destroying the Pirates. September 2nd sums up Ian Happ versus the Pirates fairly well. He finished the day 3 for 6 with a 2-run home run, as well as this epic walk-off hit.
Runner goes. This one popped up. Right side, Defoe scrambling. Oh, and it falls! Racing home is Alcantara.
Even when the Pirates succeed against Happ, it still comes around to get them. He finished here with a .321 average and a .424 on base, with a .500 slugging, giving him a .924 OPS. He also upped his on-base streak to an astounding 28 games. But surely the Pirates would have been able to get to him in 2022. Yeah, no. He actually put together his best season to date versus the Pirates. There are just a list of dates where he had standout performances, including April 12th, where he went 2 for 3, April 23rd, 3 for 6, May 16th, 3 for 3, June 20th, 2 for 3, and finished off the year on a good note with a 2-for-5 day on September 25th. All in all, that brings his total for the 2022 season to a 349 average with a 442 on base and a 606 slugging, giving him a 1,048 OPS with 3 more bombs and 12 RBIs. It also extended his streak out to 46 games, but surely in 2023, after 5 years of bullying the Pirates, they would have figured this guy out, right? Yeah, no, they didn't. In 2023, Happ is currently hitting a casual 342 with a 426 on base and a 707 slugging, giving him a 1,133 OPS, with 2 home runs and 15 RBIs. But just dominating the Pirates wasn't enough for Happ. No, he was out to set records, namely a record that hadn't been touched in 70 years by Stan Musial, the most consecutive starts getting on base versus the Pirates. Entering a 4-game set against the Pirates, Happ's streak was up to 52 games, just 3 short of claiming the record for himself. The series started with the Pirates having the upper hand, with Happ striking out in the first, lining out in the third, and grounding out in the fifth. Happ might have very well been on the last at bat in the 8th inning against Colin Holderman. Holderman takes the early advantage with a 98-mile-per-hour fastball up in the zone. Let's see what the setup man for the Pirates does next.
Well, Ian Happ hit by a pitch.
Well, that's one way to extend the streak. And just for good measure, Happ hits this blooper in extras in the shallow right that Connor Joe struggles with, and then 2 runs score off the back of that to give the Cubs the lead they need to win the game. But both of those instances weren't necessarily him just pummeling baseballs. There was a bit of luck involved in those results. Let's see if the baseball gods would rectify it the next day.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. This is well struck. That one back on its way, and it's gone.
Well, it looks like yesterday was a one-off bad day, as even whenever the team only scored 1 run in this game, he still managed to get his. This game pushed his streak up to 54 games, tying Stan Musial's record. Entering the 26th, the record seemed all but broken. The only hope was for Happ to feel remorse for the poor Buccos or to crumble under the pressure. His first at-bat of the day resulted in a routine flyout to left fielder Brian Reynolds, but in the next at-bat, he would step up to the plate with the bases loaded against Osvaldo Bido, who had been struggling up to this point in the game and in the year. That wasn't going to slow down Bido, though, as he rocketed 2 straight strikes to the Pirates' inner demon to get ahead 0-2, then inexplicably threw not 1, not 2, but 3 straight balls to run the count. But everything was coming together. A chance to put another dagger right through Pittsburgh's heart in this game like he had for many years prior, but also to get a beautiful chance to claim the record all for its own. Let's tune in.
12 strikes in the 28 pitches thrown by Bido. And it's ball 4. And the Cubs take the lead.
Well, that was anticlimactic. If it brings you more joy, he ripped a double down the line 2 innings later to bring in 2 runs and extend the team's lead out to 4. But either way, the record was all his. 55 consecutive starts against the Pirates, reaching base. No one can claim that but Mr. Happ. But surely, now that the record was set, he would relent just a little. Right?
Sliding stop by Peguero. Too fast.
We get it. He wants his streak to continue. His streak now sits at 56 consecutive games.